you are the God, you are the creator. You can create every possibility that you want in your life. The energy that surrounds us, loving intelligence. Again, it's always exceeds your expectations. What? Like, this is too surreal. It's not even, how is it even possible? I remember I wanted to get very, very good at meditations. And one time I was meditating and I felt like, okay, I got it now. Like, I feel like I'm going into gamma brain waves. My heart and my brain are super coherent. And I can definitely feel like I'm activating my pineal gland. I have the methyltryptamine kicking in. I can see a very vivid imagery of the reality that's more real than the reality we live in. You know you're there when you get there. And I feel like, okay, finally I got there. Now it's time that maybe I try to apply the physical three-dimensional reality that we live in and see if I can create something. And I just thought of a random thing and I said, like, okay, what problem do I have in life that I want to solve? And I remember I had 2 buildings that I wanted to sell. They've been on the market for like 6-7 months. Not a single showing, not a single offer, and I was just wanted to sell them out of my portfolio of properties. And I said, okay, well, there is, if all possibilities exist in the quantum field, there's got to be a possibility where there is a version of me without those properties. What it's going to feel like if I were to sell those properties? It's going to have a sense of relief. I'm going to have the sense of gratitude, the sense of joy, a sense of freedom. There is a version of me without those properties in my portfolio because they were just giving me trouble. And I have the more liquidity from freeing up equity that's in those properties. Just for a short period of time, like 5 minutes, and when I was in the quantum, I tuned into the possibility of where those properties are gone. And then I started go on a different subject. I get distracted while in the quantum. I think about some other stuff. I get up from meditation and I'm going to lunch, turning my phone off from airplane mode because, again, I didn't want it to ring in the middle of meditation and anything. And I remember I'm walking with my wife and I forgot I'm turning my phone from airplane mode and I see messages coming in. And I started scrolling through the messages while I'm walking, and I see one of the messages from my broker. And she says, "You won't believe it. We just got a full price offer on this property A from original builder, well-capitalized builder, solid." I remember, like, what? Like, this is too surreal. It's not even, how is it even possible? They haven't even visited the property, or maybe they did, I don't know, but like there was no showing request or anything. And it's been on the market for 7 months prior to that, not a single showing, not a single offer, just out of nowhere. And I look at the timestamp, the message came in 30 minutes ago, right when I was thinking about that possibility. The full price offer comes in. And then I keep scrolling the messages, and 10 minutes later, another message from the same broker saying, "You won't believe it, we just got another full price offer come in from a different builder for the same property A." I'm showing it to my wife, I'm telling her the stories. I was such in shock, like, this is too surreal. Like, I cannot believe this is how fast things happen when you're creating from the field instead of trying to create from physical matter. From physical matter, you can advertise it, you can do incentives, you can cold call people to say, "Hey, can you please buy my property?" You can reach out to people, send mailers, whatever you can do. It's gonna take time to make somebody like. When you're creating from the field, shit happens just this quickly sometimes, right? Now, then we're eating lunch. I manifested 2 properties, not just one, that been gone. Now I'm expecting it. Now I take it for granted, like, hey, this is like where's my second offer? So nothing happens about the second property. A week goes by, I said, like, okay, well, maybe it was one off, maybe I didn't. Maybe I was not vibrating at high enough frequencies at the time I was manifesting the second one. A week goes by, and I got an offer for the second property that's also been on the market. Stagnant, no showings, no offers for like 6, 7, 8 months prior to that. The second offer comes in. It's slightly below asking price, but it's okay. I'm about to sign it, and I noticed on the contract that the name of the buyer and the seller are flip-flopped. So I sent the guys who sent the offer, say, "Hey, you flip-flop the name of the buyer and seller. I'm the seller and you're the buyer, not vice versa." I said, "Oh, sorry, mistake. We'll send you a new contract." And then it takes them like a day or 2 to send a new contract. And the new contract comes in late at night on Wednesday. And I said, okay, I'll deal with it on Thursday. So on Thursday morning, I come in, I print out the contract. Yes, looks correct. I signed it, I scanned it, and I'm attaching a PDF to the email, getting ready to send them back the executed contract. Hey, here is the executed contract attaches. Somebody runs, one of our brokers runs into my office and drops out of nowhere, out of the blue, a contract on my desk for the same property that's at full price, closing like 9 days as is, non-refundable deposit, which never happens in commercial transactions from an owner user who wants to buy this commercial building of mine. Click delete the email that I was about to send that says, give me this contract, sign this contract, scan it, boom, execute it, close in 9 days. So, and I remember stating like, I was manifesting that I was gonna get like, I would be very happy with the price. And I was happy with the previous price. Again, it's always exceeds your expectations. The energy that surrounds us, loving intelligence, especially if you question it. Again, people call it different names over the years. Some people call it Buddha, Shiva, Allah, Jesus Christ, but we're all referring to the same thing. It's the intelligent force, and you can learn how to communicate it. And the key, the door to this love and intelligence, the door to God, essentially, right? If you want to use that name, it lives inside your heart. When you slow down your brainwave frequency to the point where you turn off your analytical mind and you slow down to lower brain frequencies, like theta delta brainwaves, and you tune in with your heart, the door is in your heart. Through your heart you can access. And the God is you, by the way. He lives inside. And when you experience it once, you realize that you are the God, you are the creator. You can create every possibility that you want in your life. You just need to learn how to interact with this higher intelligence.